Don't you find it so annoying when you're trying to communicate with someone and all they're doing is giving you one word answers? Today, I'm going to show you how you can change that. Welcome to Master Your Mindset, Master Your Life. This is a podcast that helps you empower your life, to help you take back control of it and to start unlocking your full potential, getting you from stuck to unstoppable. I'm Sanjan. Today we're delving into the art of communication with the topic of why open-ended questions will help transform your communication and relationships with everyone around you. I mean, how many times have you sat there having a conversation with someone and no matter what you seem to be asking, all they're giving you is just one-word answers. Yes, no, meh. How frustrating is it when you sit there and you're trying to make an effort and that's all you get? It's so annoying. It makes you want to give up. But look, let's start with the basics. If you're getting those responses, what you're doing is you're asking closed-ended questions. And what they are questions that can just be answered with a simple yes, no, or just a tiny bit of information. They don't require any thought, any actual opening up, or anything beyond maybe a few words at best. But then if you contrast that to an open-ended question, what that does is an open-ended question actually invites a more elaborate response, and it encourages dialogue because it makes the person you're asking the question to, it makes the recipient open up. And open-ended questions actually start with words like what, how, why, and tell me about. Those are things like, what made your day great? That's an open-ended question where someone actually has to describe to you, actually has to tell you, actually has to open up. But if you ask a closed-ended question, did you have a good day? That can be answered with a simple yes or no. And this is one of the biggest things I found when talking to my daughter. When I ask an open-ended question, I get a bigger response. I get a more elaborate response. I get a response where I actually feel like I know what she was doing, where I feel I am there and she will describe her day a bit more. So there's more of a connection. So using these type of questions will help transform your relationship. It also works with your partner, with friends, with colleagues, with anyone you want to open up communication with. Closed-ended communication it's great at certain times, but it will actually limit your communication and it will limit the progression of relationships. The reason is because it actually causes superficial interaction. It keeps conversations at surface level. When you ask the same questions like, did you enjoy lunch? Did you have fun at school? The opportunity to understand someone's thoughts, someone's feelings, their experiences, it's not there. You end up just asking them the simple question, which gives the closed one-word answer, and you don't get any deeper than that. And it can lead the conversation in a particular direction. So if you ask, for me, for example, when I ask my daughter, did you finish your homework? It implies that I've expected something from her. And so then it means a yes or no. And if I am expecting it, she will say yes because that's what she knows I'm expecting. But if you used an open-ended question for an example, if, oh yeah, how far are you along on your homework and what was your struggles on it? It allows the other person to express themselves more freely. Yeah, so by using those open-ended questions, it actually opens up space for expression. When you ask those open-ended questions, you create space for genuine expression. You allow your partner, your child, to share their feelings, their thoughts, their experiences, and it can lead to a deeper connection. And so when you start to ask those questions, make sure that you are listening to the answer. Don't ask a question and just think about what your next question or your response is going to be. When you ask an open-ended question, make sure that you are there listening. Otherwise, there's no point in asking that. You may as well have asked the closed-ended and got that done quickly. It also promotes empathy and understanding. When you genuinely seek to understand someone's perspective, when you seek to understand someone's point of view, you strengthen the relationship and you show that actually you genuinely care about their feelings and their experiences, which again is like, it will be a circle where as you seek to understand, they will open up more and they will actually feel more cared for, and that you want to know about their day and they will open up more. You will want to ask them more. Yeah, and finally, by asking open-ended questions, you can build trust and encourage a safe environment for yourself, for your children, for your partner, for anyone to just talk to you. By asking the open-ended questions and actually showing the empathy and showing that you're there when they want to express themselves, you build a safe place, a safe environment for that person to actually talk to you, for them to open up to you, for them to share with you. And so when you do this, you'll actually deepen that relationship because they won't feel like they need to hold back. They won't feel like they need to actually censor themselves and just give you half the story because you're not willing to listen. You're not willing to actually be there for them. You're not willing to actually be 100% present. When you actually are there and you've got the empathy and you've shown that it's a safe space, you will build trust. They will actually start to open up, communicate with you as that they do not fear your judgment. Yeah, and so I'm going to give you a couple of easy questions, open-ended questions for your partner. Try this. And a couple for your children as well. Try it out and let me know how these go. Yeah. The first one is, what was the best part of your day and why? Ask that to your partner when they've come in from work, when they've had a long day. You can even turn it around and say, actually, what was the worst part of your day and why if they've had a bad day? Then the second question is, what can I do to make you feel more loved and supported within this relationship? Now, with this question, be careful, because if you're not willing to hear the answer, do not ask it. If you're not willing to actually hear this criticism that they may have, or this constructive feedback, however you want to put it, if you're not willing to hear it, don't ask this. The third question is, what are your dreams and aspirations and how can I help you achieve them? So these 3 questions, these will help you build your relationship, open up the communication and actually understand your partner better. These are 3 simple ones which you can use. Try it out or try other ones. Let me know what ones you tried and how it worked for you. Now, the 3 ones which you can ask your children are, can you tell me what the most exciting thing you learned at school today was? I use this all the time and I normally get an answer. Sometimes if my daughter's tired, then she'll be like, I need some just time, at which point I'll give her some time and I'll try again later. But can you tell me what the most exciting thing you learned at school today was? That was the first question. The second one was, what do you enjoy doing the most with me and how can we do more of it? I like this question because it means that I then get to know what she really enjoys when we have father-daughter time, when we go out, say, to the library, or when we have time just one-on-one. So I enjoy doing that because then it helps build that relationship and we can do more things which she enjoys. And the third question, again, if you're not willing to hear the criticism, if you're not willing to hear the feedback, don't ask it, but how could I be a better parent to you? I asked this to my daughter and she said, you could say yes to everything I ask, which I thought was a good answer, but unfortunately I had to say that no, that wasn't happening. But when it comes to open-ended questions, just be ready to hear the answer and make sure that you're actually there fully listening for them to be effective, for that to actually open your communication channels. Embracing open-ended questions, they can transform your communication, they can transform your relationships, they can actually create a bridge to deeper understanding, to empathy and trust, nurturing stronger connections with your partner, with your children, with anyone around you. Yeah, it's a simple change of asking open-ended questions that can open up new dimensions of communication and help take your relationships to the next level. So keep fostering those meaningful connections and keep trying every day to ask those open-ended questions so that you build those connections that you really want in your life. Thank you for joining me today, and if you enjoyed this episode and got something from it, please let me know by leaving a comment. My mission is to make a positive impact on this world, and I sincerely hope that you can help me doing that by liking, by following, by sharing and subscribing to this podcast. It's also available for others on Apple Music, on Google Podcasts, on Amazon Music and on Spotify. So please feel free to share. And if you're a man out there looking for a group of like-minded men who are willing to up and level up their lives, to push themselves further, to challenge themselves so that they can live the best life that they can, drop me a DM and I'll message you about my Facebook group called Lads and Dads, where we hold each other accountable, give monthly challenges and push each other to be the best version of ourselves. But remember, your mindset shapes your reality. Master it and you'll master your life. Thank you.